Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of sport. So y'all check this out. Hey, y'all checking this in real time, right? The NFL, it's a please don't let Lamar Jackson be NFL MVP thing going on right in front of your face. I'm talking about you think the goalpost moves in the game of electric football back in the day, right? we were moving the goalposts for real when it comes to this guy, man. It's really incredible. I really don't have the time to get into it like I really want to, but listen, guys. NFL is really going out of their way. And it's not really the NFL, it's the pundits and the media. And you watch this throughout different type of sports. You know, once they just say, we're going to just do this, we're not giving it to this guy, period. And it's a legacy thing because if Lamar gets his third MVP, then it pisses a lot of people off. It makes him one of the all-time greats already at 27 years old. And we can't do that, right? And it's an anti thing going on because of it. All right. And the reasoning is because any other quarterback is doing better than him. And they're not. We're talking about the guy that you told. That's why I told you he reminds me of Russell Westbrook so much. You told him when he came in the NFL, he should play another position. Right? That's what you said, right? And he came in and he would be able to run and stuff like that, right? So what you guys do, right? You didn't want to play quarterback. He comes and plays quarterback. He runs, and then he runs for 1,000 yards, which no other quarterback has done except for maybe one, right? In the history. So he does something historic. He gets an MVP, right? Then he does something historic the next time. He does it again. 2 years of 1,000 yards. But then you start saying, well, you can't throw. You're not going to win that way. You need to stay in the pocket, right? So what does he do? He goes and stays in the pocket, and he becomes the best passer rating in this year. And we're doing things like, hey, well, when the year began, we're going to go to expectations. This is one of the things they say is one of the reasons why we have to give it to Josh Allen this year and not him, because of expectations before the year. Josh Allen lost a few important players. And your boy Lamar Jackson has Derrick Henry in the backfield, right? So but our expectations have never been that this guy is going to be like second in passing yards and leading passer rating, probably going to break the single season passer rating record, or he's up there with that. We didn't expect that, so that's expectation, exceeding them, correct? So what happens? Where are we at right now? We have to give it to Josh Allen, right? Josh Allen has only is only ahead of him in like what, two categories, one of which is team wins, right? Team wins. Josh Allen is what, 12-3 or 11-3 or something like that, right? And your boy Lamar Jackson, he has 5 losses, right? So when we talk about those 5 losses, have you noticed? We don't talk about, damn, you know, if Tucker makes those, I call them free throws, basically. If he makes those free throws, but I'm talking about field goals, those are wins, both of them. 2 of the losses, right? But we don't talk about that. It's just a loss, period. That's it. He lost. We don't care why, right? Not to mention drop passes, but whatever. So he loses two closest games. The other one's okay. He lost against 2 bad teams, right? Then he lost against the Chiefs, which everybody does, and by a toe, Lively's toe in the end zone. So these are not, real extremely bad losses. And much of them are not his fault. We know that, but we don't say it on national TV. We just call it losses and keep it moving, right? And I just watch. I'm like, that's when you know it's a narrative, because you can't tell me with free-thinking people that this opinion won't come around. So it should be a whole bunch of Lamar Jackson's MVP going on, period, right? But okay, so Josh Allen has the better record. So if that's what we're going to harp on, the better record, we're not going to even harp on the fact that they played each other and Lamar Jackson outperformed, right, in a head-to-head match. So we're not going to even count that like we normally count head-to-head. But that's not important either. So if we're going to talk about records, right, then we shouldn't get past Patrick Mahomes then. If we're going to talk about records, then we shouldn't be then Patrick Mahomes is in the MVP race, right? If we're not, the statistics don't matter. That he's statistically better than Josh Allen, when talking Lamar Jackson. If that doesn't matter, then it doesn't matter that Josh Allen is statistically better than Patrick Mahomes. Right? Because then Patrick Mahomes, he is continuously winning. Patrick Mahomes has been hurt. Just came back and did a Superman thing and won. He's only lost one game. Now then you want to go back to, but head to head, Josh Allen beat him. You can't. Because it doesn't matter that Lamar Jackson beat Josh Allen. You see what I'm saying? So Josh Allen just looking good when he's running, right? Lamar Jackson has more rushing yards than him as well. You know, it's like Lamar Jackson is the MVP. First of all, the eye test. Lamar Jackson is the baddest dude in the NFL, bottom line. We're talking about it. But okay, we want to just say, what is it? So what do? We pick out two things that he hasn't done. Like two teams. We try to act like there's no games that Lamar Jackson wins are important. That's what we're going to tell a guy who's made it to the AFC Championship game that nothing was important before then. Not the game to clinch the AFC title, not the game to win the first playoff game. None of that was important. Not having a 23-2 record against NFC teams, which means none of them NFC teams, none of those games have been important. Nothing. He's never stepped up, and no games are important except the ones against Pittsburgh Steelers and against Patrick Mahomes. Nothing else this man has done as is important, because we found that he can't beat these two teams. Then he goes and beat these two teams with 120 passer rating. Josh Allen just put up a 67 passer rating. And we're not saying that, that knocks him off. That opens the door for Lamar. Nothing. It's like, so what? Lamar Jackson gets a 67 passer rating, and I'm talking about this stuff is under the door. Under the ground. Buried. Listen, I've seen narratives. And I just want to try to not mention the brother thing here. But you have to, right? If Lamar Jackson was a little bit creamier colored, we wouldn't be ignoring everything, because every time he runs the ball, the crowd would be standing up cheering soon just because he's running. And I'm talking about away crowds, right? Spin moves, jukes, from things we haven't seen if your name ain't Barry Sanders, right? This is what's coming from the quarterback position. And let me just say, we're saying this, well, he has Derrick Henry thing. Derrick Henry's having one of his best seasons he's ever had. Why would that be? Now, Derrick Henry is top 2 running backs in the league right now, if we're going to go with that, right? How is it possible? Who else could Derrick Henry stand next to, and the quarterback fakes him the ball or puts the ball in his pocket, right? And the defense hopes that Derrick Henry get the damn ball, because they're playing to make sure that other guy doesn't. Who else could stand next to him and they would think that? Not Josh Allen, and Josh Allen's probably close. Not no other nobody. They hoping, well, Derrick Henry, at least if we can get him before he gets his momentum, we good with him. If Lamar Jackson get it, we got a problem no matter where it is. And matter of fact, linebackers, defensive backs, everybody, because he's the fastest guy on the field probably. And you gonna get juked. So are we playing on national TV? I hope not, because I might get juked out here. Stop it. Derrick Henry has space because Lamar Jackson is giving him the ball. Bottom line, ask the Pittsburgh Steelers. They'll tell you, we guarding him. Well, that's why he had a little bit of space, because we was making sure that Lamar don't get the ball. That's also MVP stuff. You know what that's called? If you would take it to basketball, that's called spacing. That's why we ain't so hyped about when Kevin Durant went to the Golden State Warriors, when Steph Curry is in one corner and Klay Thompson is in the others. That's called spacing. So you got, at 6'11", you got one-on-one, nobody can double team you? Yeah, of course you go there and get a title. I wasn't hyped. So here's the bottom line. Derrick Henry got some spacing because he's dealing with this guy. But so your boy doesn't have rushing touchdowns. That's what Josh Allen has him on, rushing touchdowns, because they tush pushing over there in Buffalo. Well, Josh Allen's 6'4", 240-something pounds. Why wouldn't you push tush, right? Tush push. Why? Why wouldn't you? Okay, good. I ain't trying to down my boy Josh. That's what you do. But we got Derrick Henry, so I'm giving it to him. That's what Lamar's doing. You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't he do that? Right? Do we really think we want to say anything about rushing with Lamar Jackson? Because if we do, go ahead and ask him to start running again. Right? Because then we're going to have a 1,500-yard season if you want that. We know he's capable of it, but you told him to stand in the pocket and pass. Now I'm leading passer rating and second in passing yards and passing average. All of those important statistics, I'm beating Josh Allen in. Matter of fact, Josh Allen had him by 2 points on QBR. I don't know after a 67% pass rating. I don't know what that's even there. That means there's nothing left except the record. So if we're going with Josh Allen should be in front of Lamar Jackson because of only the record, right? Then damn it, let's go with Patrick Mahomes. Then not ignore a season with only one loss. Make up your damn mind. Dome Sports Talk worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.